Here's your guys' homework on solving exponential equations using common bases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the even ones so that you guys can see this modeling, and hopefully you guys can complete the rest on your homework, for homework. So if you guys look at number 2, now notice there is common bases, but it's getting multiplied. And whenever it's common bases and getting multiplied, you guys, you just simply keep the same base, but then add your guys' exponents together. So I'm going to add my exponents together, rewrite this on the right hand side, and when we simplify that, we get 5w plus 10. And now when we look at the whole equation, we have a base equals another base. So set the two exponents equals to each other. So 5w plus 10 equals 2w plus 1. And then you guys just solve for the variable from here. So I'm going to subtract 2w from both sides. And I'm going to subtract the 10 away from both sides. Constants on one side, variables on the other. Divide both by 3. W equals negative 3. Okay, so there's number 2. Number 4. Now, we have to get both sides to be the same common base, which should be 5. So you guys, this is really 5 to the first, right? And we can make this not be a fraction anymore, so this is going to be put at the top, but instead of having a positive 1 power, it's going to be 5 to the negative 1. And then rewrite this. Now we do have both bases on both sides of the equal sign are the same, so then just equate the two exponents equals to each other. Subtract 3 to both sides, divide both sides by 2, and c is equals to negative 2. 6. Just get common bases on both sides, you guys. So this, if you guys used your chart in your notes, that's 6 to the third power equals 6 to the 2r minus 11. Now, because the bases are the same, now equate the two exponents equals to each other. Add 11 to both sides and divide both sides by 2. And r is equals to 7. Number 8. Okay, so we should probably get all of these to be, well, first, these are the same bases. And since there's multiplication, you guys have to add the exponents together. So still the same base of 4, n plus 2n minus 9. Now, eventually we have to get this to be the same base as this side, you guys. So this could be the same base as 4. 4 to the third. So let's clean this up. 3n minus 9 equals 4 to the third. Now let's equate both exponents equals to each other and then solve for n. 3n equals 12. Divide both sides by 3. N is equals to 4. Number 10. Okay, so what common base can we get for both 125 and 25? Well, if you guys look at your guys' chart and your guys' notes, these both can be represented by a common base of 5. 5 to the third equals 5 to the second times 2h plus 1. So now that they have common bases, now we can just equate both exponents equals to each other. 3 equals 2 times 2h is 4h, 2 times 1 is 2. Solve for h, so subtract 2 to both sides, divide both sides by 4. H is equals to 1/4. Number 12, okay, so what common base can we get from 16 and 64? Well, we can get both of them to be a common base of 4. So 16 is 4 to the second times r minus 2, and 64, you guys, is 4 to the third times r plus 2. Now that bases are the same on both sides, now we can equate the exponents equals to each other. So 2r minus 4, distribute that, and then 3r plus 6. Again, get variables on one side, and get the constants on the other. So we have negative r equals 10, and then divide both sides by negative 1. R is equals to negative 10. Okay, so 14. So for 14, you guys, now what can we get a common base between this 32 and this 4? Well, both of them can be described as a base of 2. So this is going to be 1 over 2 to the second. 2x equals 2 to the fifth times 4x minus 2. Now, this 1 over 2 to the second, so you guys, we can put that to the top. So it's going to be 2 to the second, but we make this exponent the opposite. So it'd be 2 to the negative 2 times 2x equals 2 times this. And I might as well distribute this out, you guys. 20x minus 10. And then both bases are the same now. So now let's equate the two exponents equals to each other. So negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x equals 20x minus 10. So I'm just going to move the negative 20x to that side to get negative 24x equals negative 10. And then divide both sides, you guys, by negative 24. X equals 10 over 24, divide top and bottom by 2, x equals 512. Okay, number 16. Now, what can we get all of these bases to be? Well, it looks like we can get all the bases to be of 3, right? So this is 1 over 3 squared. A times 1 over 3. I'm going to write that to the first power just so that when we flip it, you guys will know what we got to do. So if we want to change this, right? So put the 3 up top now, but now that exponent becomes the opposite. So 3 to the negative 2a. This one too, make that the opposite now. So it's going to be 3 to the negative 1 times a equals 3 times 16, 3 to the 16 minus a power. Now, because we have two bases and we're multiplying, add the exponents together. So 3 minus 2a minus a, you guys, that's just going to sum up to be negative 3a. And now, because the bases are the same on both sides of the equal sign, equate the two exponents together. Solve for a now, so add a to both sides. Negative 2a equals 16. Divide both sides by negative 2. A is equals to negative 8. And last but not least, so we have this. So what can we get all of these bases to be the same of? We can get all of them to be a base of 6. 6 to the second is 36 times n minus 3. 6 to the third times n for 3n. 6 to the third times 2n plus 1. So on this side we get 6 times 2n. Gotta distribute this. Gotta distribute this too. 6 to the 2n minus 6 times 6 to the 3n equals 6 to the 6n plus 3. So add, because it's two bases and it's multiplication, we add the exponents to each other. So it's going to be 3n plus 2n plus 3n is 5n minus 6 equals 6 to the 6n plus 3. Now, because bases are on the same on both sides of the equal sign, you guys equate the two exponents equals to each other. 5n minus 6 equals 6n plus 3. Solve for n, so I'm just going to subtract 5n to that side. And I'm going to subtract the 3 to this side. N equals negative 9. So just keep on practicing, you guys, and get this stuff down so that you guys are prepared for the future, alright? Good luck, everyone. Peace.